Hello, everybody. Bob Messenger, and back with another BOBcast. Today, I want to talk a little bit about convenience, only because I was at a conference recently where I heard a speaker say that he thought wellness was the big umbrella over the food industry. Numero uno trend. I don't know if I'm buying that, you guys. I still look at convenience, and I still think convenience is the thing that drives consumer purchases. People don't have time today. They just don't. People don't even want to use a can opener. And they want a package that, is zip, zip, zip. It's easy to, to get it from the fridge or the pantry to the table. And as fast as you can possibly get it to them. So I still think, even if you're developing a wellness product, it's got to have some sort of a convenience factor playing into it, or it's just not going to fly with consumers. A couple of years ago, a friend of mine at Heinz sent me this great commercial that kind of typifies, I think, or it's symbolic of the way consumers think today about the foods they get. Everything has to be fast, fast, fast. Watch this commercial and see if you think like I do. It's amazing what you can get accomplished in 2 minutes. We're all on a fast track. There was an interesting research done recently by the NPD group, and I like what they do. And the media seems to cover every research report they write, and Harry Balzer seems to be a guy who's on top of what's going on in the industry. And he wrote that despite the fact that there's so much attention paid to healthy eating in this country, convenience is the most important factor in reaching out and capturing consumer hearts, minds, and dollars. In fact, they say that the sandwich, let me see if I can find it. Americans are eating sandwiches at dinner time in their homes more than any other entree. Sandwiches. You know what that says to me? That says convenience. That says speed. That's what people are after. So, I can see us getting excited about wellness, but even the companies that are developing all these healthy and nutritious products, if you don't give it to consumers in a way that is convenient, and that when they walk down that aisle and they look at that package, they see it reeks of convenience. It isn't going to sell. Not in today's marketplace. And we're not going to go back to some past time when everybody was a little more patient about preparing foods. Every time I read that, people are getting back to cooking, well, they ain't doing it from scratch, at least not the way scratch was defined 10, 15, 20 years ago. Today, scratch means taking a lot of components, in most cases, pre-made components, and putting them together and creating a meal. This is not a nation of Rachel Rays. Believe me, this is a nation of people who, whether or not they are in a hurry, they perceive that they're in a hurry, and that's how they want their foods to be. So I think I'd pay a little more attention. And one of the things the NPD group research showed was that there's fewer fresh foods in meals at home. Again, at night, people are eating sandwiches. What does that tell you about how Americans want their food? So I think convenience is still the big umbrella, and underneath that, the next big trend is wellness, but convenience is sitting over all of it. Well, that's my spin on things, and I was glad to be with you guys for another week, and we'll be back next week, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about diabetes and how I think the industry can market diabetes without shouting diabetes to consumers. So we'll see you next week. Until then, you guys take it easy. You have a good day and stay healthy.